As Environment and Climate Change Minister, it's an honour to be part of the Victorian Landcare Awards. The Landcare Awards are a celebration of the individuals, networks and organisations who are making significant contributions to the sustainable care of our environment. A special congratulations to this year's winners for their outstanding achievements, and I commend the efforts of all nominees. I'm continuously inspired by Victoria's community groups and networks who dedicate their time and energy into giving back to our environment. And without the enduring commitment and efforts of volunteers, Landcare would not exist today, and nor would so many of the wonderful natural resources we get to enjoy here in Victoria. So thank you to everyone involved in Landcare for your amazing contributions to our land, our wetlands, parks, coasts and so much more. Thank you.
Landcare is important to me because it brings our community together. It not only brings the community together, we see what other people are doing with their land care work, and it flows on to quite a few people in the community.
Programs like these really help the environment, and having things like this it encourages children and teenagers and everyone just to get involved and help out the environment. So yeah, it's great.
Landcare makes a big difference in my community because it engages the whole community in actions on the ground. And I think with our Landcare group, the Pentland Hills, we needed to have that body of volunteerism working together to make a real difference. And that's been a great achievement.
I'm very happy to win the Indigenous Landcare Awards. For me to win this, it's not just for me, it's about the other Indigenous stakeholders and groups that I work with. We have a hard task because we're so remote, and to win this award it just gives us a little bit more prestige to actually interact and talk to governments about what we actually do. It's one of the things I always say, a lot of people believe we're sticks and bones, but it's about the environment as well. We have a lot of bush medicine up in our country that Indigenous people need all the time. Yeah, so to win this award I'm very chuffed actually.
Definitely encourage people to join Landcare because looking after the land is important, firstly for economic survival, but also for livability. Having a livable landscape is, I think it encourages them to look after the country better and probably to survive too.
I would definitely encourage people young and old to join their local Landcare group. It's a great way to meet people, like-minded people who are doing great things in their local environment, so you get to do all sorts of things that might benefit your community and your local area. So it can be a lot of fun too.
Landcare makes a big difference in my community because it matters what we eat. So we've been planting a lot of trees in waterways, and we've been making compost on farm, and it's been good.
The Norman Wettenhall Foundation was very happy to win the Partnership Award because we spend a lot of our time forming meaningful relationships with a lot of the groups that we fund, and a lot of those groups are Landcare groups and Landcare networks. So we're particularly happy to be nominated by one of those groups that we've given a lot of support to over the years.
I'd definitely encourage people to join Landcare. Mainly it's because it encourages people to network together and educate themselves on not only techniques that are already being used at the moment, but also new technologies and different projects that are underway. We definitely came across sustainable farming about 10 years ago through our local Landcare group, and from that we attended field days, and then we've hosted our own field days where we've had guest speakers in talking about sustainable farming practices and soil carbon.
I think Landcare is very important for our community, especially because a lot of the rural communities are sort of dying a little bit. They've lost their local schools and this type of thing, and Landcare is one way of bringing that local community back together again, and getting to meet new people and getting the local children and that involved in something that's interesting, and yeah, I think it's very, very important.